Another thing that I found very curious was this idea that too much information when making decisions can sometimes distort reality and be unhelpful. Because, I mean, in most of the pursuits, in most of the businesses I run, the phrase is like, the more information, the better. And even when we're trying to figure things out, looking at the analytics, we're trying to get as much data as we possibly can to make our decisions. Now in Blink, you kind of contest that idea.
Yeah.
That sometimes less information is much.
Well, particularly, if these are unsupported decisions. So if you're going to be using decision-making tools, advanced analytics, and you are confident in whatever algorithms you're using to kind of, then fine. But for sort of much more human decision-making, we have all kinds of problems. A classic one would be, you want to buy a car and there's 6 things you're concerned about, and you fall into the default mode of weighing all 6 equally, when in fact, price is probably 5 times more important than color of the car. But you sort of make the mistake of thinking, oh, I don't want to buy that one because it's the wrong shade of green, when it's far and away that parallels with something that I didn't really understand until I started this company I've observed a kind of startup in operation with this company, Pushkin, which is, it's really, really hard for decision makers to focus on more than a handful of things. The idea that focus is a limiting variable in a lot of crucial decisions is something that I understood it abstractly, but now I understand. The reason as a company you want to pick, 2 lines of business, not 5, is not that 2 lines make more rational business sense than 5, but because you can't focus on 5. You can't. So you only have a limited amount of space in your head, right? And so that idea that we have a limited amount of space in our head. President Obama used to, every morning he would have someone lay out his clothes for him so he didn't have to think about what clothes he was going to wear. And on the theory that if you devote space to what you're going to wear that morning, you have less space for other stuff. He's absolutely right. It's totally true. So we clutter. This idea that cluttering our decision-making process with extraneous information in the hopes that makes us better off in the end is a fool's game. Don't clutter. Like I said, if we're talking about unsupported decision-making, if you are, IBM, sorting through some complex, fine. But I mean, for everyday kind of stuff, clear away, prioritize, be very clear about your priorities, focus on what is crucial. That's the way to be a more efficient decision maker in the